Welcome back, everyone, to the Lunar Nation podcast. This is Franz, and I'm joined by my fellow co hosts, Arrow and Sagoon. And today we're going to be discussing more in detail of the 9 to 5 duties. So, per se, for everyone, usually when you're done with high school, most everyone or a good majority of people are going to continue on to college, and from there on they're going to pursue a degree that they like or that they have a passion in, and after that you're going to get a job. Well, for the most part that job is going to be a 9 to 5. Okay, I mean, I know sometimes there's some exceptions, people working more hours overtime or whatnot, working on weekends, but for the most part it's the 9 to 5. So as everyone discussed it now, discussing further into this 9 to 5 duties, we want to dive deep into see is this something that you had a passion for that you decided to go into, or is this you just following society's norms and being pressured to find a job and get a degree and work that 40-year time span and continue on from there?
Yeah. So, Franz, you covered a very important subject that I assume maybe some people in bars talk about. So, like in our episode 3, when we talked about the diploma, does diploma really matter? Like getting a degree. So, once you get a degree, you obviously enter the workforce. And I wouldn't really say it's more of 9 to 5. I would say it's even longer than that. So, in reality, like when you wake up in the morning, uh you have probably like 6 a.m., get ready, do all the early morning chores, and then go in traffic, and then put like get stuck in traffic and go to work. And you're working from 8 to be specific, 8 to 5, and you have that 1 hour lunch time. So the question we're gonna ask in today's episode is the 9 to 5. So most people are gonna do it. Is is the 9 to 5 going to lead you to the life that you want? Like, is this like your true passion? And more importantly, um I believe some people in this world want to get rich. Now the most important question we're going to ask is, does 9 to 5 make us rich? And I think, Franz, you have something to say over that.
Yes, thanks, Arrow. I wanted to touch base. So I agree with what you said. I actually don't think that some people want to get rich. I think for some people it's more of a passion. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people want to make money, enjoy lives, but I think sometimes people have a different passion, and I think sometimes they might be pressured into something and pursuing like a degree that they might not have a passion in, but they do it because they need to fulfill their duties, which is paying their bills, putting food on the table, and so forth. Now, I agree with your part in regards to is it following your vision? I feel like a lot of people mixing up my words here. They want to follow society's norms, which is do good in school, get a degree, get a job, earn your living wage, and then degree and retire in your golden age, which is 60, 65. But really, I see it back then with the American dream, where a lot of people were working and supporting their families. But it seems that now a lot of people are trying to stray away from that option and do something on their own. And I think I know Sagun wants to talk more into that, or add further into that detail.
Thank you, Franz. That was good. So I just wanted to say, so basically, when you work from the 9 to 5, you have that steady source of income. So you have income coming, like let's say bi-weekly. But the thing is, your income is not scalable, which is why you have different, side hustles that you can do in order for you to increase your net worth. So if you don't like that 9 to 5 environment, then you can basically do other tasks or other skills that can help you make money, and you could probably live a happy, prosperous life.
Yeah, sure. I think today with social media being and technology further advancing, and social media being much more bigger part of our life than it was 20 years ago. I think that a lot of people are really transitioning from that 9 to 5 into something that's more entrepreneurship, self-employed, doing something on their own. You see people on TikTok and Instagram posting about um, what jobs they're doing, or like e-commerce or flipping stuff. I know, like, during the pandemic, flipping like baseball cards or like these memorabilias was like a hot thing. And um, it seems like the workforce, I wouldn't say it's transitioning out of a 9 to 5, but I think it's encouraging a lot of the younger generation to get into like self employment and entrepreneurship. Especially like again going back to the pandemic that I was mentioning before, a lot of people working from home now. So I know Arrow was mentioning before that you're it's not really 9 to 5 because you have to get up early in the morning. You gotta get ready, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat your breakfast, get to work, the commuting time. By the time you get there, by the time you're done, you come back home. You're not really working an 8 hour day. You're working like a 12 hour day with the added traffic and things you have to do to prepare for your work. And I think that the younger generation might be looking at that and saying, "Hey, I want to do something that's you know fun for me." And it might not be for the money per se, but it's things that they enjoy, like maybe whether it's traveling, whether it's seeing different entertainments or events, and they want to steer away from that 9 to 5. And like I said, I mean, I think that the younger generation is going towards a different path.
Yeah, so I just want to just quickly add. So basically, it's about your perspective. Like, do you really want to work for someone else or do you want to work for yourself? Some people have that personality of, being like they would just get their job done and then, maybe enjoy the weekend or something like that or, finish off their day. But some people like to be more independent and they want to take charge and they want to make decisions in their life of, let's say, if they opened an e-commerce company, right? They can basically lead and command and make sure that they're in control of what's going to happen in the future of the company and not rely on someone else to do those executive decisions, which is what like big corporations do in the first place. So I just see it from that perspective. It does depend on different types of people and what they really want to do in life. Like personally, I see myself, I am working the 9 to 5, but I want to scale to more side hustles and grow my income from that as well. So
Okay, okay. So yeah, you covered it. 9 to 5. The question is, does 9 to 5 make you happy? So in I believe it was episode 2 when we covered the 86,400 reality. We spoke about how 75% of the workforce is unhappy with their job. But now, what does that mean? That means 75% of the people don't like what they're doing. So that 9 to 5, I mean, think about it. The amount of time that you're consuming in the work, it's a lot. It's as we put it out, I think it was like 15 years or 9 years of your span. Basically like 9 years gone off of your life. I would say the life account. So more importantly, what we want to discuss is if people like don't like doing that 9 to 5. The real question is, if you want to be rich, you have to think of side hustles. And obviously, a side hustle takes time to grow. And we, for example, we did Amazon, as you may know, and it did take a lot of time, but it was a great learning opportunity. So I think we have a lot to say about that, and talk more about it.
Yeah. So as Arrow was mentioning, we did work on a side hustle as Amazon FBA. So I think what Arrow was trying to when he was saying like is it something that you want to pursue or does it make you happy? I think it all depends on perspective and someone's mindset. I mean, if I mean there's some people that enjoy that sense of security and that structured routine. The 9 to 5 is a fit for them, but there's other people that want to be their own boss and that they want to push themselves and work outside of that office grind or that corporate lifestyle. But you know what? I think sometimes what it is I think it sometimes some people are afraid to take that leap of faith. And continuing back to when we did the Amazon FBA, we kind of hesitated in the beginning because we were new to it. I mean, it's something that was basically like a foreign language to us. Do we have the right suppliers, the right keywords? product. I mean, there's so many things that go into play, and some people think it's just easier to get that 9 to 5 and get that paycheck. And you know what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. But if that's costing you your mental health, your depression, uh, is it really worth it? And I completely understand that getting becoming a self-employed or an entrepreneur is a lot harder. Don't get me wrong; it is hard because you have to put a lot of time and effort into it, and money up front, depending on what you're doing. And you might not even see the payout. It might take you 6 months, a year, a few years to see that payout. So I think it just it just depends on what you're going for, and how much of a drive you have to get that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would say a lot of people in this world just want to consume their time, perhaps with something that a majority of the people would do. And a lot of people, in my opinion, this is not a fact, this is an opinion. A lot of people tend to do, like, if someone's working, you're just gonna work. Now, referring to this, in 1956, a recording by Earl Nightingale, he mentions that when you ask 100 men, why do you work? 98 people would say, I work to make money. But that the truthful answer? Um, so, Sagun, I know you work in a 9 to 5 position, especially working from home. Do, does in reality is 9 to 5, in your own opinion, like with your vision and your goals in life, is this like ideally where you see yourself be doing the 9 to 5, and then hoping for that retirement where you get your, I guess, your 50-year anniversary or 40-year or 30-year anniversary certificate?
No, personally, no, because I see myself as, doing different side hustles and, trying to grow my income from that because 9 to 5 only gets you a certain amount of income itself, a fixed income, like I said. So it's not gonna sustain you for the long term unless you get like promoted. But even if you do get promoted, it's not gonna be as much money as you want because of all the taxes and everything. You do need different sources of income in order to help sustain yourself. And if you want to also live a lavish life as well, you would need this kind of different sources of income, like we mentioned, right? So there was Amazon. There's also different sources, like you can do some like stock flipping, like crypto trading as well. So there's so many different options that you can do out there. It's basically up to you. It's what you really want to do with your life and how you want to grow yourself as well, because some people are satisfied doing that 9 to 5 job. So they'll go in at 9, they'll clock in, they'll do their work, and then after that they'll clock out, and then they'll forget about the rest of their day. So basically they might watch a movie or hang out with friends and stuff, which I'm not saying it's wrong to do, but they'll basically do that every single day. So now I see that it's you have to you like I realize as I grew older that it's not gonna really be as sustainable. So you need to do something that really helps your I guess even your passion. It could be your passion as well, but just helps your finances, to grow in the future. Because all the successful people that we have now didn't just make their net worth based off just one income itself. It's a lot of incomes that comes and adds up in the end.
Yeah, usually isn't it the average millionaire has at least between 5 to 7 streams of income, whether some are passive or active income. Isn't that correct?
Not really sure, Franz. If you know that information by heart, I would just agree with that. But I would tell you for sure that that could be a true hypothesis. I believe your statement could be correct. Where, I mean, I don't, highly doubt they made their money from just working 9 to 5. So I would agree with your thought process on that end. To be a little bit more specific about this topic, the 9 to 5, it's all about habits, right? So like when people have a certain habit, they work 9 to 5 and they do the rest of the chores where they come home and I guess watch some TV and go to sleep. So if the so if people want to become like rich and they want to like get out of this 9 to 5 mentality, what do you guys like? I get it that these different side hustles and different ideas they should start, but to begin with, don't you think it they need to first create a habit of learning about this opportunity?
Yeah, no, no, I do agree with you, Arrow. It's like they also need that information itself, you know. You can't just randomly say like, "Oh, I want to be, like a successful podcaster," or you want to be like, I don't know, you want to start an Amazon business. You need that research that you need to work towards. Maybe like watch YouTube videos, do articles. Like personally, even for this podcast as well, like I've been like reading articles of how to set up the podcast and everything. So it does take time, but once you get to learn your craft and your skills, I think it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah, and picking up from when Arrow said in regards to habits, I think you gotta create those habits, those daily habits, and make it habitual, and every day make it part of your daily chores, because what Sagun was saying, learning about the podcast, you gotta incorporate things and learn from them and continue forward. And then, you know what? It doesn't even have to yeah, it doesn't have to even connect to work. I mean, just as far as like even going to the gym and getting in shape. I mean, I think what are the theories? I think it's like, I think between 21 to like 30 days of you like consistently doing something, you're gonna create a habit. And you wanna make sure you create yourself good habits, whether it's working out, whether it's improving your technical skills, whether it's networking with people. I mean, some people, it's not about just 9 to 5 or starting a side hustle. It's about networking with people. I know there's a few fellows out there that that they got their degree, or some that didn't even to get their degree. And by just networking and working with people, and coming up with common things that they had, or common interests that they had together, they were able to climb up the ladder, and work in the corporate space, but yet be kind of their own boss, and do things such as like consulting, or freelance, things of that nature. So I feel like once you do start creating good habits for yourself, you start implementing them. I'm sure it could definitely lead you. Not sure, but it's 100%. It'll definitely lead you towards the right path.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with what you said, Franz. So basically, even I just thought of an example right now. Like, let's say the Facebook founder, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, he created that Facebook as just a side plan. It was just in like the campus itself, just for different communication. But like, see how far it's gotten him. It's basically whatever he was passionate in. He built it to the point that look how like Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. So
Right, right.
it is about your passion and how much you really want to be able to succeed and network with all these different kinds of people and grow as a person.
Okay, so we just spoke about 9 to 5, as Sagun just covered it. And we did find that, in our own opinion, the 9 to 5 mentality, especially given how much time we have on this world, doesn't really work with us. That doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work for anybody else, but this is our opinion based on what we experienced. um I really hope you as listeners enjoyed listening about this topic and learning with us about what the 9 to 5 mentality carries. um Most importantly, please join us on our next episode, yet to be announced. But I assure you, it'll be really interesting to illuminate the next topic, because it would technically relate to the other episodes we spoke about. Sagun, Franz, thank you very much for joining us. And
Thank you,
please,
Arrow.
yeah,
Thank you. I
please
just
like,
want to Yeah, I just want to say also, please follow and rate our podcast as well, as we're trying to improve every single episode. So just wanted to say thank you for listening and have a good day.